Practice testing of EMP-FI components and replacement if necessary.
Hello, my name is Charamati and I will be guiding you throughout this exercise. Nowadays, petrol vehicles use a multi-point fuel injection system which has a lot of electronic components. And in this module, we are going to learn the construction and working of EMP-FI system parts and its checking.
At the end of this demonstration, you will be able to locate the various parts of MPFI and sensors. Test MPFI components such as temperature sensor, pressure sensor, throttle position sensor and CKP sensor. Tools and instruments required. Trainees Toolkit 1 set. Engine scan tool 1 number. Equipment and spares required. MPFI engine vehicle 1 number. Materials required. Tray 1 number. Bunnier cloth 1 number. Multi-point fuel injection system has the following parts. Fuel tank. In-tank fuel pump. Fuel filter. Fuel rail. Injector. Fuel pressure regulator. Fuel pressure sensor. IAT sensor. Throttle position sensor. Manifold absolute pressure sensor. Oxygen sensor. Camshaft and crankshaft position sensor. Electronic control unit. Now, let's take a look at their functions. Fuel is stored in the tank. A fuel pump kept inside the tank is called an in-tank fuel pump operated by electricity. When the ignition key is on, the fuel pump starts working and supplies petrol under pressure to the fuel rail. When it reaches the determined value, the off. A fuel filter is placed in the fuel line which filters and sends clean fuel to the rail. An ECM controls all the electronic components. The rail contains fuel injectors. Each cylinder has one fuel injector. The fuel injector gets electric power supply from the ECM, then it opens and fuel injects into the cylinder. An intake air temperature sensor is kept in the air filter assembly which detects the temperature of the incoming air and sends the information to ECU. A throttle position sensor senses the movement of the throttle and sends the information to ECU. A manifold absolute pressure sensor is kept in the intake manifold and senses the pressure of the incoming air and sends it to ECM. An oxygen sensor is kept in the catalytic converter and senses the oxygen level in the exhaust gases and sends the information to the ECU. Camshaft and crankshaft sensors detect the rotation of the camshaft and crankshaft and sends the information to ECU. Location of MPFI components. Locate the ECM. Normally it is located near the battery in the front bonnet. For some vehicles, it is provided near the utility box or under the driver's cabin. Locate the IAT sensor which is kept in the air filter assembly. Locate the TP sensor which is located in the throttle body. Locate the MAP sensor which is located in the intake manifold. Locate the CMP sensor which is located in the front or rear of the camshaft. Locate the CKP sensor which is located near the flywheel. Locate the fuel pump which is kept inside the tank. Locate the fuel filter which is located in the fuel pipeline. Locate the fuel rail, injector and ignition coil in the engine. Locate the fuel pressure regulator and fuel pressure sensor which is located in the fuel rail. Scan the engine electronics with the scan tool. Identify the data link connector (DLC) port. Connect the 16-pin connector of the scan tool with the DLC. Switch on ignition. Press the power button of the scan tool to on. Select the country, make and model in the scan tool. Read the diagnostic trouble code (DLC). If there is no problem, then it shows no trouble code. If any problem occurs in the engine electronics or emission control system, then it shows the type of trouble in the particular part. Correct the problem and check again. IAT sensor testing. Disconnect the coupler from the sensor. Remove the sensor and connect the multimeter with resistance measurement setting. Dip the sensor into the water and heat the water. Periodically test the resistance value, and if the resistance decreases with increasing temperature, then the sensor is good. Pressure sensor. Identify the location of the sensor. Use the multimeter, set in DC volt range. Start the engine and keep it in running. Touch the red terminal and ground the black terminal. If any voltage stays at about 200 to 400 MV, then the sensor is functioning correctly. If it does not develop any voltage, then replace the sensor. TP sensor. Remove the air cleaner assembly. Turn off the ignition switch. Disconnect the connector from the electric throttle body. Check the TP sensor main and sub output voltage as follows. Arrange 3 new 1.5 voltage batteries in series and check the voltage is 5 to 5.0 voltage. Connect the voltmeter and batteries to the TP sensor as shown in the figure. Check the voltage linearly varies depending on throttle opening angle as shown while the throttle valve is opened and closed by finger. While testing the following condition to be satisfied. Ambient temperature should not exceed 5 degrees Celsius. Accelerator pedal should be in idle position, i.e. fully closed condition. Crankshaft position sensor, CKP. These sensors are called by so many different names like Hall effect sensor, CKP sensor, CMP sensor, pickup coil, magnetic pulse generator, variable reluctor, and list goes on with a few more names. There are two types: 3-pin type and 2-pin type. If the car engine fails to start properly, there may be a defect in the crankshaft position sensor and camshaft position sensor. This sensor measures the crankshaft position and speed. Both the sensors have control in injection and ignition timing. It consists of a very simple procedure. Locate the sensor. Normally it is located either end of the crankshaft. Run the engine for a while. Set the multimeter in the AC millivolt range. Measure the voltage using the probes. Normal range would be 200 megavolt. Also refer the manufacturer's manual for the exact readings. It may vary manufacturer to manufacturer. If no voltage is developed, it indicates that the sensor may be opened. In such a case, replacing it is advisable.
We have come to the end of the exercise. Thus, we have learned to test fuel injection and replace the faulty components if necessary. Hope you all have a clear understanding of this. Do this exercise with the help of your instructor. Thank you.